Hey y'all, this is Pedrick, Just Cat. Another episode of What's Your Story. I got two guests that a lot of people gonna know. Superstar mom, and they're gonna tell her what's your story. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Regina Echols.
Hey, I'm Will Echols.
Will Echols, do y'all know who Will Echols is? Y'all know who he is. He's Ole Miss finest defensive lineman, and this is Rockstar mom that took him through the journey. And I'm just so glad to have him here. So let's get to it, guys. So I brought y'all here to talk about your story, and everybody know your story, but I want to dig into something a little bit different: the recruiting process of everything. Well, you're a sophomore now at Ole Miss, correct?
Yes.
Okay, then. So, with all that being said, during this recruiting process coming out of high school, how would you do anything different, and what advice would you give parents now that's starting their journey right now? Well, I'll let you go first. Oh, well, it don't
Oh,
matter.
you go first.
The recruiting process hit me like a whirlwind. I was not expecting all that it was. Even though Will was a rising star, his name was getting out there, but when it hit real hard. Um, it's a wonderful experience, but I just was not expecting everything. So I advise anybody, if you have a child that you know is want to go to the next level from high school to play sports, to educate yourself on schools, players at schools, what they've done later on in life, to see what the pros and cons are. Because we had about 35, 40 schools probably
Oh,
all
wow.
together, and they were calling it any different any time they were calling. So you definitely want to get experience on different schools and see what's best to fit your situation, fit your
Gotcha.
child's situation.
Gotcha. Well, question. So I'm not even gonna ask you why you choose Ole Miss because Ole Miss was the best fit for you, as we can tell. But when you arrived on campus versus high school to college, was it just a? I know it was a kind of a shocker for you because every high school to college is totally different anyway. But how did you adapt, man?
Well, from college to high school, as far as like being a football player, I mean, it really was the same as far as like the treatment we get. Well, it's no, I take that back. It's not the same because you get way more at college, like where I'm at now. But as far as like college, I mean, you got to be very independent because like you ain't got nobody, you ain't got to go to class,
Hmm.
or it's like technically you in school, but you don't got to go to an actual school. See what I'm saying? So like you really gotta do your work, or and like like make yourself go to class, cause like you ain't got nobody watching over your back telling you what to do. So you gotta be very independent of yourself, making sure you do the right thing.
I got you. So in other words, what you saying? Mom ain't there.
Yeah, basically.
That's it. Which I mean, I know your mom check on you a good bit, so y'all have a good relationship. I can tell. Can you give me a moment or a memory that was kind of like, ooh, this is real when during the recruiting process? And like I'm really being recruited. I'm that. Not that you say I'm that guy. You did win, Mr. Foway. You you
Yeah.
you were that guy. So I mean, that was a good year for you, your senior year. So can you give me a moment when you realize like this is real?
Um. Yeah, like when it was like during our season. It was during our season. I had went to like going into my senior year. I had went to Alabama camp that summertime. And Nick Saban, I don't sound like Nick. I sound Nick Saban like couch in his office, talk to
Oh
him,
wow.
like just like this, like you talk to him just like this. I done did that with Nick Saban, Hugh Freeze, Lane Kiffin, like all of them. And, just like, but they didn't. Bama didn't offer me right then. But and that's a big part. That play right there played a big part of my recruitment too. Like they didn't offer me right then. If they offered me right then, honestly, I probably wouldn't even, you feel me, be at Ole Miss.
Wow. Okay.
But they didn't offer me till like closer to signing day. I think maybe in right before I think like beginning of November, October, in October, something like that.
Mhm.
They offered me then. Coach, the D-line coach that came to my game, we was playing Kajesco. It was a division game. It was here night.
I was at that game.
He
I
was
remember that.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was on the back of the end zone. They had offered me then, so when I had got that offer, that's all I wanted like my whole life. And when they had offered me, I was like, yeah, I know it's real. Cause it's a lot of stories like me growing up. It's actually a video, like a video now. But I was young. I was young, and I had we had a little prom when I was growing up, a little prom suit.
Yeah.
I have a prom suit on saying I was committing to Alabama. Like
Oh
it's
wow.
actually a video, but you know, it's just a part of my story. But I'm glad I chose Ole Miss. I'm happy where I'm at.
I'm glad you chose Ole Miss too, because first and foremost, you closer to home. And look, I like Alabama. No disrespect to Alabama, but Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss fits you, and I'm loving what they're doing. That's another question for you, man. So when you left high school, went to college, and I'm gonna be honest, you was that guy. You was the dog in high school. I mean, that was just then you had to wait your turn when you got to college. How did you stay motivated, Mom? I know you wanted to say, "Hey, it's my baby out there," but you had to sit back and just realize, wait your turn. So how did y'all stay motivated, and what words did you give him to stay motivated? So I'm gonna let you answer how did you stay motivated? Because that first man, it was I think a bunch of them guys in the league, man.
Like, the
So
OD line in the league, but
yeah,
I want a regular freshman, so I actually but like what really kept me like motivated is like we'll be at practice and I watch them go and I was doing the same thing they was doing to the starting guys. So it's like, I know I can compete on this level. That's the first part. Like you thinking like you want to make sure that you belong in
mm,
the SEC or where you at. So you
mhm.
actually want to see what you can do versus these type of guys. And like with JJ, McGee's, Princely, Walter Nolan play for the first rounder, just watching them. Like I've been like I knew a Walt since he was in high school.
Gotcha.
So just seeing him come on miss and do what he do, I took it all in and just learned from them guys.
Mom, what words did you have? What words was? How did you? I know it was a lot on you, but How did you adjust to that? Because, like I said, you going from your baby playing every Friday night, both sides of the ball, until man, he's on the sideline. So,
It was just I knew how bad he wanted to play because he never not played. Actually, he never not started.
mm,
So for him to sit and watch somebody else playing, I knew it was a mental challenge. It wasn't a physical challenge.
mm,
He knew what he could do, but he just had to wait his time. So, and I just had to tell him. Coach would talk to me and tell me how good he was doing. They would call me all the time and let me know how good. But coach will always say they just got to marinate. Your mind got to catch up with your body when you get on that level. So it's not just the physical of what you can do. You got to graduate up to think like a SEC player or a college player too. And that's what helped him. I kept telling him, I said, your time coming. And then he played in 9 games.
yeah.
So that actually helped a whole lot, because he knew he was going to get to play. He might didn't know exactly when. I said, when they call 52, be
I like that.
ready.
52. Why did you choose the number 52? That's always because look, I'm number 7. So I give you a little story behind number 7. My mom had 8 boys, and so I'm the 7th child.
Okay.
So that was significant to me. And of course, the number 7 is completion.
Yes,
So I
completion.
had that number in high school, but when I got to college, guess what number they put me in? 45, bro.
45.
Yeah, I was devastated. But anyway, that's a whole nother chapter. But why did you choose number 52? Or it was just a number.
Well, when I was in high school, I know I was gonna play both sides of the ball, so I couldn't really have a like a 90 something like
Yeah,
that. So
exactly.
really, I wanted a lower number. Like
Oh yeah.
my first ever number, like when I started playing football, was number 8. I wanted number 8 when I got to Ole Miss, but in Houston, I know I was gonna play both sides of the ball, so 52 was a number where I can do both, and they both it look good.
Yeah,
So
it does.
I just kept it throughout my through high school, and when I got the Ole Miss, I wanted number 8, but things a little different at Ole Miss. So 52 was open, so I had got 52 again, and I wanted to change so bad, like my number so bad, but it's been working out for me, and so I think I'm gonna just keep it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a smart one. I was gonna tell you what to do, but I'm like, man, that 52 just
Yeah.
it's you.
Mhm.
And so, you guys are very family oriented as you did the turkey drive yesterday. That was a success. How you don't see that much in family. You see, well, let me take that, let me rephrase that. You do see people do have good supporting cast in family, but with you guys, I seen, oh God, yesterday from your brothers, from your siblings, everybody working, and just the community coming in, that supporting cast. How did y'all even get to that point? Because we know you got a big heart, man. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But how? Tell me the story behind you just man being so giving, man, and just that supporting cast
Uh,
that y'all have, man.
I mean, I always been a nice person. Like you can ask anybody. Like I ain't never just been a mean person like at all. And from a support system standpoint, just I don't know a lot of people like growing up. Like my mom was working two jobs sometimes. That other people I was like at my other family members' houses, like my cousins and stuff. So
Mhm.
really, that's really how like you just building bonds like that, and family is family. So and family gonna be there
Gotcha.
when family needs you. So it's like
Hey,
that.
you said a good point. Family is family, but we're in the age now, and I'm gonna say this respectfully. College football has changed a lot with the NIL deals and all that, and I want to ask you this, Mom. How do you separate yourself from the? And I'm just gonna say it out like this: the givers and the takers, because you're doing well. There's no doubt in my mind, and you're going to continue on doing well. But you also have people that's have a giving spirit, but you also have people that's going to try to take advantage of you. And so, and sometimes people talk a good game,
Mhm.
and sometimes, so how do you recognize the givers and the takers? I don't want you to. How can I put this? I don't want you to call nobody out. But y'all, I know you don't face some takers. I know you have.
Mhm.
And that's the main thing. So how do you we'll start with you, bro. How do you deal with this? Because people walk up to you all the time. And this one thing I can say about you. Every time I see you in public, somebody walking and want to take a picture, you got that,
Yeah.
you hit that smile, and I mean that's genuine. But some people, everybody don't mean you any good. And I'm sorry. And I just try to be very transparent with people because man, we in the world, people just want to take advantage of people. And so how you know the real from the fake? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, you really just gotta read people, and like when you got a person like that, I don't call nobody out. I try to call them up and help them
Ooh, ooh,
and
boy,
help
that's
them and
deep.
help them. Yeah, help them. Like even as with my friends, like I'm gonna call you up and try to help you. You feel me? Get on your stuff and like hustle. You feel me? Cause like I want the best of you, just like you
Hmm.
want the best of me. I want the best of you, and we all gonna you feel me? We all gonna eat together. So I don't. It's not necessarily calling nobody out, but calling them up. Like if I know you're not being the best you can be, I'm gonna tell you. And if you want to listen, then that's when I might have to separate myself from you. But like
Mm.
yeah, like I'm gonna tell you like if you need to step it up.
Well, that's good. That's good, Mom. On your perspective, from I know I'm looking at him from from a player standpoint, from your side of the field. That's your son.
Yeah.
And let's be real.
Yeah.
How do you separate you? How do you separate yourself from it? How do you deal with it? Because some takers are just they real blunt.
Oh yeah, they are real blunt, and we talk a lot. If it's something that he feel iffy about, he gonna talk to me about
I like that.
it. Or siblings,
Hmm.
either one. We love people, and you see it on my Twitter. I love people, but I'm a nurse. That's how I know. I just love people, but at the same time, everybody is not on your team. And I have to tell him that. Right? I had to grow him up fast because he was 17 when he went to Ole Miss. He hadn't
Wow,
turned 18 yet, and he just turned 19. So I had to
I didn't realize that.
educate him sort of fast for just that. Um, but we pray a lot. If it's something I just don't can't read, I ask God for discernment.
I like that.
And
I like that. And talking about God, I'm a strong man of faith, and I believe in God.
yeah,
And I don't try to force my faith on anybody, or I don't have a heaven nor hell to put anyone
Right.
in. And having a strong faith in God, which I see that in you guys and about what you just said. What church do y'all belong to? What church do
Well,
y'all?
I belong to Trinity,
I got you.
and he
All
belongs
right, I go to well, I go to a plethora of church
Okay.
when I can.
Hey, you know
Cause
what?
like growing up, like Cody Childress,
Oh yeah, I know.
he
Yeah.
coached baseball with me. So half of the time I was spending the weekend with him, going to church with him on Sundays.
Okay.
We playing travel ball together, me and his sons, and that's really how like me, Steel, Casey, Rob, Cam, Coda, Garrett. It's how we all got close baseball
Y'all are
and
tight.
going to church.
Yeah.
Like we all grew up together. So I sometimes I go to Cody Church, I go to Trinity, and it's a church in Oxford. It's called Lakeview that I go to sometimes. It's where like really all the college students and athletes go
Mm-hmm.
when I have time in Oxford. Cause I don't really get to come home like that for real.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this. I'm gonna jump back onto the recruiting process. Will, do you think how did you get your name out there? A lot of people think that just going to camps is just gonna put you out there, but how do you think camps are beneficial?
Yes, I do. Like honestly, in high school, I was recruited highly, but I really wasn't recruited highly for real. Like I didn't really blow up going. I blew up going into my senior year. Like half of these guys, like that was in my class, they been big since they was freshmen.
Mm,
So me, like for my freshman, I was good my freshman year, but I wasn't nothing special. Like I wasn't nothing like I thought I was gonna be my senior year. So going to camps, okay. So my recruitment, I think going into my sophomore year, I had went to a camp in Naples, Florida, and I had did good at that camp. I got invited to San Antonio to an All American Bowl camp
gotcha.
on NBC, and that's when after that camp I didn't do good the first time I went, but I got invited again the next year, and the first time I went to the camp I went for D line.
Mm-hmm.
I went for D line. The second time I went to the camp I went for O line.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
I ended up getting invited to the All American Bowl from that camp after my senior year, and I ended up playing offense, but I tried to play defense too, but they wouldn't let me. But that was cool. But they gave me the name Mr. Versatile,
Oh,
like
I like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
down there. So I mean, really, I think camps do help, but we gotta go to the right camps too. And it's about making connections, like while you at the camp, like Reggie Buchanan.
Hmm.
People might think he annoying, but like actually, like when I used to go to camps with Reggie, he don't be sitting in the stands watching. He be literally down there, almost on the field, talking to people, making connections.
Oh, I know
Like
Reggie.
I can almost like Reggie probably got so many coaches' phones, like coaches' numbers in his phone. Just all like making connections. So like it's really about connections and getting your name out there.
Yeah. Speaking of Reggie, I talked to him about a few weeks ago, and I was just asking about because I have a nephew that's you know 6'7". Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was just asking him, about camps and all that. And of course, Reggie was saying, "Hey man, just tell him to put the work in and just be a dog out there, and just, you got to work." He said, and that was his advice. He was just trying to say, "Hey man, just tell him to put the work in."
Yeah, for
And Reggie to be honest, man, Reggie's a good asset to have, man. I like Reggie. What's his son name?
Braylon.
Braylon. That's
Hey,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He's gonna be that guy one day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Braylon, bro, we literally watched Braylon grow up in front of us. Like we was young, we was young with Reggie. Braylon was young. We
yeah,
watched him grow up like
yeah,
with us.
Mhm.
So Braylon, yeah, he real good.
yeah. Really good, and I like that about Reggie. Shout out to you too, Reggie. We were really it was about Will today, but we'll give you a little credit. But anyway, man. So let's jump onto the academic side of it, man. How do you even balance, man, schoolwork and football? And I'm pretty sure, yeah. How do you balance that?
All right, so at Ole Miss we practice in the morning time. So in the
Okay.
morning, I'm getting up probably like 6:30 every day. If I gotta work out, 6:30 every day. We got meetings throughout the day. We practice probably like 10 to like 12. Then after that, that's when I get my academics. So if I got class, I have class in the evening time, and I have study hall at 3, and it's mandatory at Ole Miss. And so that's really how I get my work done. I have a tutor. So if I need it,
Hmm.
tell me with any complication I have my work. So it's not really hard. It's pretty simple once you get to as an
Gotcha.
athlete. make it very simplified if they can, because they know we put a lot on
Mhm.
our minds and bodies as far as learning the playbook and trying to learn schoolwork too. So they do a good job of helping us balance it out.
Good deal. That's great. And I just recently found out that you had two sets of twins, like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I well, I know you have a twin. So mom, so how did it feel having your other baby up there also?
Oh, that's great. My oldest daughter, Shay, graduated in 2024 from Ole Miss.
I did not know Shay
Yeah,
graduated
she
from there.
graduated and they were going.
Okay,
So it was even better because I already had boots on the ground up there that knew everything, knew how it was, knew the people, and she loved it. And so they love it. We love it.
I got you.
Mhm.
That's awesome right there. So Shay need to get a little something, cause she laid the foundation for you. Shout out to you, Shay.
Shay get her.
That is awesome. So we're gonna wrap this thing up. One final question: what advice, Will, I'm gonna start with you first. What advice you have to any kid that don't have an offer right now, but they know deep down inside that have they can play on the next level, but they don't have the offer? What advice would you give them?
Um, I mean, you keep getting up every day and going to work. Like when I had offers, when I ain't had offers, and I went against people like who had offers, like I really took it personally, like for real. So I just go out there and dominate, like do everything you can, like go out there and play. I really that's what I did. I just went out there and played ball. Cause like people try to complicate it football once you get to high school, but it's the same game we've been playing since we was little kids out in the yard. So just keep working, bro, and what God has in store for you, can't nobody take. And if it's meant to be, then it's gonna happen.
I like that. Yeah, that's true. So, mom, like I said, with the recruiting process, anything you want to tell any parent out there, because about like I said, we talk about the recruiting process, and I'm not even gonna dive into the NIL. That's a whole nother chapter by itself.
Definitely.
But what advice would you give any parents out there that's starting this journey or want to get into it, and they see something in their kid? What advice would you give them?
Just continue to support them. You can look for camps. If they come up with a camp, they'll take them to it
Mm-hmm.
because where they want to go is where they're gonna do their best.
Gotcha.
But like Will said, you got to find the right camps. We started with FBU when he was 11 probably,
Mm-hmm.
and we stuck with FBU. But All American is out there, and I'm sure it's a couple more. Those are just the two main ones I think. But whatever you stick with those camps because that's where you're gonna be familiar with the
And
people.
don't go to camps that a bunch of people or kids gonna be at,
Yeah,
cause it's gonna be hard for you to get looked at. Like those mega camps, they good, but at the same time, you got over 500 kids out there, and nobody gonna see you unless you just standing out.
yeah.
But if you were like an undersized guy, not really. If you a big guy, then maybe. But if you undersized guy, like you ain't that big, ain't no point in going to that because like it's 500 kids out there. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody really gonna see you. So
Go
that's
where you're gonna be seen.
Go where you want. I heard somebody say that, and I think it was Deion Sanders. He said, "Put some lime green shoes on,
yeah.
just something just stands out." Yeah, and I remember him saying that. That's some good advice. I'm glad you said that because like I said, I never been. I have three daughters, of course.
Yeah.
I'm a cheerleader by nature, so don't knock me for that. So, but anyway, but that's some good advice. I appreciate you putting that. That's a little nugget because a lot of kids don't know that, man.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of pressure on you guys now, man, with social media and just the world. This little thing right here, man, can make or break you. And so you're doing a good job by not letting the world define who you are. You write your own story, and mom, you just keep being you. And man, I had truly enjoyed this interview with you. So, anything else y'all want to say before we call it a day?
Don't be afraid to travel.
Yeah, that's a big thing too.
You got to get away from home.
I'm gonna just keep it real.
Gotcha.
Like we done been so many places.
Camp wise and stuff. Yeah.
Going to camps. Like we done been so many places. But that's a part of it though.
You got to get away.
Gotta
Even
get away.
though it's so many kids with so much talent in Mississippi, you got to get away to get seen.
Gotcha. And that's some good advice. Get away to be seen. And well, the Egg Bowls and later on this week. So what's the prediction, man? I know you say y'all gonna win, but what you think the score gonna be? Let me see how close you gonna get, man.
I say 35-14.
35-14. Will Echo called y'all 35-14.
I
But hey, that's another episode of What's Your Story? And like I said, once again, I appreciate you guys coming through at such a short notice. I know you got to get back to Oxford and go to practice for the Egg Bowl. And once again, y'all, hey, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Just Cat.